Okay, let's just dive right in. We've all been there, right? In those moments where our bodies just seem to have a mind of their own, basically broadcasting our nerves for the whole world to see. Today, we're going to expose those sneaky little habits and give you a solid plan to get back your calm and your presence.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Have you ever looked down and realized that the napkin next to you is just completely shredded and you didn't even notice you were doing it? That's a classic.
You know the scene. You're on a first date, it's actually going well, but your hands? Oh, your hands are busy turning that napkin into a pile of confetti. It just screams anxiety, even if you're feeling totally fine. Or hey, maybe this one's more your speed. You're at a dinner party with friends, and you suddenly become aware that your bouncing leg is creating a little earthquake under the table. You know, the water glasses are rattling. Yeah, everyone notices. And let's be real, this doesn't just happen when you're around people. Even when you're just chilling at home, trying to relax, you might find you're always touching your face, or cracking your knuckles, or pacing. Your body just seems to be in constant motion.
So, are you fidgeting right now? It's time we talk about those stealth habits, the little ones that fly completely under the radar but are just as loud as a bouncing leg. We all know the obvious stuff, right? Like clicking a pen, but just look at this list. How many of us are constantly picking at our cuticles, or pushing our glasses up our nose, or adjusting a watch? These are the subtle, unconscious signals we're sending out all day. Rubbing your neck, biting your lip, smoothing your shirt, it all counts.
And the scale of this stuff is kind of wild. I mean, take the big one, mindless face touching. Some research shows people do it more than 30 times an hour. 30. That is a constant, subconscious broadcast of, I'm not comfortable.
So why are we doing this as grown adults? Well, the answer is deep in our wiring. It's basically your nervous system screaming out for a little more input. So here's the most important thing to get. Fidgeting isn't just some random bad habit, it's a signal. Your nervous system is telling you it's either bored, stressed, or understimulated, and it's literally creating these little movements to get the sensory feedback it's craving. And these signals can get triggered by a whole bunch of things. Yeah, it could be classic anxiety, or maybe some leftover ADHD energy, or just plain old boredom. Maybe your brain's looking for a tiny dopamine hit, or your perfectionism is showing up as constant adjustments. And a lot of the time, these are just habit loops that got wired into our brains when we were kids. Okay, so let's get to the uncomfortable truth. Because this isn't just about you. It's about how other people see you and what all these little movements are actually saying to everyone in the room. This, right here, is the core idea. All that restless energy, every single one of those tiny movements, it shrinks your presence. Instead of looking confident and in charge, you just seem smaller, less sure of yourself, and honestly, less powerful in the space you're in.
Just think about the context, right? On a date, fidgeting pretty much screams, I'm anxious. It totally undermines any confident words you might be saying. And at a party or some social gathering, it can make you seem uneasy, almost like you're broadcasting, I don't feel like I belong here. It puts up a wall before you even say a word. But here's the good news, and it's really good news. You are not stuck with this. Not at all. You can absolutely retrain your brain. So let's get into the solution. A simple 5-step plan to get your stillness back. Here is the roadmap. First, we're going to learn how to catch the habit. Then we'll redirect that energy. We'll use a cool technique to ground ourselves, learn how to move with intention, and then finally, reward the new behavior. It's a whole system. All right, step 1 is all about awareness. This is so simple. Just set an alarm on your phone, maybe 3 times a day, that just says body check. When it goes off, you just ask yourself, what are my hands doing? Is my leg bouncing? That's it. Just becoming aware of the habit has been shown to cut it by 30 to 50%, like right away. Step 2 is a game changer. You have to redirect the energy, not just try to squash it. Give your hands a specific, non-destructive job. So if you're on a date, hold your drink with both hands. Watching Netflix, hold a smooth stone or a stress ball. In a meeting or on a call, doodle some slow, deliberate lines, or even keep a grip strengthener under the table. Next up, step 3, and this is a powerful little micro habit. Every time you catch yourself fidgeting, just do this. Plant both your feet flat on the floor, consciously drop your shoulders down away from your ears, and take one slow, deep breath. It literally takes 3 seconds, and it's like an instant reset for your nervous system. Step 4 is about getting ahead of the problem. Instead of letting all that nervous energy leak out in these tiny, uncontrolled movements, burn it off on purpose beforehand. Before a big date or a party, do 20 jumping jacks or just take a brisk walk around the block. You manage the energy so it doesn't manage you. And finally, step 5, positive reinforcement. At the end of every day, just take 1 second to think of one moment you chose to be still and you felt powerful doing it. Maybe you held eye contact without touching your face, or you sat through an entire movie without cracking your knuckles. Just acknowledge it. Your brain absolutely loves rewards, and doing this helps build that new habit. So that's the plan. And when you put these steps together, that transformation from just restless energy to a really grounded presence, well, it's not just possible, it's pretty much inevitable. And this is what you're working for. In just a couple of weeks, you'll start to feel it. You'll walk into rooms, whether it's a date, a party, or even just your own living room, and your calm, steady presence will be the first thing people feel. So I'll leave you with a question to think about. Looking back at that list of all those stealth fidgets, which one was it for you? Which one made you go, oh, wow, that's me? Because just recognizing it, that's the first step to owning the room.